to both of you. But then I kind of thought it over. So is this the geek winning the prom queen? Or is it the quiet girl winning the quarterback? And I guess we all can agree that Anders isn't the quarterback. So my second thought was then to congratulate Anders on winning the prom queen. But then it started rotating. Well, back home Anders was a good guy. It was a good win for an average girl. Kristen isn't average, I guess. Definitely don't think so. Then he went over here and really started getting this guitar thing going, and he kind of grew and become cooler and better guy. Then he met Kristen, and that's amazing how much he has flourished. Is that right?
No, I think that's a fish, isn't it?
Jump to conclusions that Kristen is certainly doing something good for him. And with that in mind, I think I'm going to congratulate Kristen as well. For winning not the quarterback, but Anders. I must say, even before Anders met Kristen, it was tough growing up with him. We both started this music thing, and even if it was music or juggling a football or making a chainmail, whatever Anders went into, he was completely into it. So it was a tough time competing with him. And I'm the older brother, so I was supposed to be the best one. Especially in music, because he picked up anything and it just sounded good. And I tried and never really got to it. So after a couple of years, I gave up and said, but that's my brother. But one thing, we always played a lot of music together. And we made a lot of campfires together, back in the garden. All fall, even though it was frost outside, we found something in the corner of the garden and made a campfire. We spent entire Sunday out there and got in all smoky and black and just dirty from top to toe. But we have had an amazing day. And we continued until everything was frozen. So, when Anders called us and said that he proposed to Kristen, of course we congratulated and had a celebration across the Atlantic Ocean. Through Skype, I guess. And quite a bit later, well, we just thought we're going to go here and have a good time and be a part of the party. But then he said, oh, you're going to be the man standing next to me at the wedding. All right, standing next to you. So, should I wear a suit? Yes, a black one. All right, I'm gonna get one when I get here because that's so much cheaper and you can be a part of it as well. Then I Googled standing next to the groom. And it came out as, oh, you're supposed to be best man. So now, when we were kids, I guess I gave up on it, and that's my brother. But now he actually gave up and said I was the best man. And there might be a few things I'm still best at. Walking up a mountain, especially if your shoelaces are tied together. And packing enough boxer shorts. Without going into further details. I must say it has been a pleasure to meet you. I am so impressed how you handle everything. You're both adventurous, going for a Dane, just digging in, starting to learning the language, which I'm sorry for is so difficult. But just going to Denmark, just straight up forward, takes things as it comes. Of course, you've done a lot of planning. I used to be good at planning, then I met Kristen. That's amazing. But keep up your adventurous spirit, because there's going to be a lot of other crazy Danes and adventures to dig into. I guess you're not done yet with Denmark. So we'll have your, and it's not going to be silent, I guess. Mark and Mark, I wrote the Hillcats, but as I just could see, that was quite a bunch. But last summer we had the honor to host Mark and Mark in Denmark. That was a pleasure as well. Thank you for your company.
Skål!
Skål! We can't wait to have you back. And as the final thing on my list, it says, say something romantic. Though I'm not really a romantic kind of guy. I could say something with flowers and hearts and so on. But as you remember, I mentioned earlier, Anders and I have made a lot of campfires. And I found in an old Boy Scouts book how to make campfires. I've tried to translate it as good as I could, and I will try to read it, so see if you can follow me on this one. It begins a little philosophically, but then it gets practical, and then you can start to pick up some good things when you're going to make a campfire. So, fire is what initially lifts us above the animals. The campfire unites us as humans and keeps the animals and the darkness away. It gives us protection and unity. The colder and darker the night is, the more we warm ourselves by the fire, both our body and our hearts. It is here important to note that there is a difference in fire, bonfires, and campfires. And especially a campfire is a serious and tradition-bound matter. Even the biggest campfire starts, however, with a little spark, and if circumstances are favorable, will develop into an uncontrollable and all-consuming fire. However, with the appropriate amount of attention and care, it develops into a beautiful and healthy campfire. Traditionally, it is expected that all who warms himself by the campfire also contributes to collect firewood and make an effort to bring the campfire something to live on. In practical terms, you start small with a little spark, great care and favorable conditions, and slowly builds the campfire greater. The spark catches in the very fragile blade of grass and twigs and spread carefully to stronger sticks that can keep it running, going, whatever. Are you very cold and desperately in need of warmth? It is possible to start a fire with lighter fluid, gasoline, or even alcohol. This is not recommended though, as you will get a fire that is violent and dirty and burns out quickly. At the start of the good campfire, one should avoid putting a pile of wet twigs carelessly on the small flame, as it will suffocate it. If the campfire, in contrast, is healthy and burns strong, wet fire will not choke the fire, it will obviously create a lot of smoke, which might cause your eyes to tears. But after a while, even that will contribute to the strong campfire. Likewise, it's often pieces of wood that requires a lot of work, such as big logs and oak in general, which are the ones that give the most heat. For a good campfire, it is especially recommended a pyramid teepee fire or a crisscross pagoda fire. Common to both is that when firewood are added, it is important that it is not placed too close, so it smothers the fire as a cover, but that it is placed just right, so there is a little air around for the fire to thrive between the logs, but at the same time also so close that it is in contact with the fire and there is enough heat for the fire to spread. If this procedure is followed, one can obtain some wonderful embers. And if you want to cook food on the fire, or baking a bread, it can be especially worthwhile to make an effort with this part. Many people mistakenly believe that the fire is now burning out. But with so good embers, it's a cinch, is that pronounced? Cinch? To get the fire to burn nice and lively again. All it takes is something to live up, great attention and tender care. And with that, I will congratulate both of you. Please stand up. So we're gonna celebrate them the Danish way. I'm gonna say something in Danish. You just follow me on hurrah. All right? Hovedparret længe leve. Hurrah! 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 Another long one. Hurrah! Good.